Hey, everybody. Thank you for joining us once again on our home buying process. Today, we're here with Wayne Garrison of Capital City Home Loans to kind of talk to us about VA loans because we are entering that permanent change of station season. So far this year, we've learned that there are a ton of different loans that we can use for a home buying process. We learned that credit is extremely important to getting a loan so we can finance a house. And then we kind of learned what the back end of a title company does because we don't really ever see them until the very end. And then we realize that, oh my gosh, they do so much stuff for us to protect us in our new home. So this month, we really wanted to dedicate this kind of uh, interview conversation to VA loans because VA loans are extremely they're widely used in this area since we have a big military presence, and the loans or the people that are using them may not know exactly what they are or how to use them. So we brought Wayne Garrison. We asked him to kind of help us out with this. So Wayne, who is exactly eligible for a VA loan?
Very good question, Neil. Who is eligible for VA loan? Obviously, active duty service members are eligible.
Okay.
There are some time requirements. If it's peacetime, they must have at least 180 days of continuous service.
Okay.
If it's wartime, it's only 90 days.
Oh, wow.
Uh, that is something to bear in mind, and to help determine that, once you apply for a VA loan, you would go to your CO and obtain a certificate of eligibility. Just a fancy word where we verify that you are who you are with your name, rank, serial number, social security number,
Mhm.
as well as the active service date that you joined, and how many days you've been in continuous service. So that's the main thing that we look at. Also, veterans honorably discharged
Oh,
are
nice.
available, eligible for VA loans as well. And depending upon their status as to whether or not they were injured in the line of duty and are receiving compensation for that, that may help them in another factor, as far as not having to pay as much fees when it
Oh,
comes down
okay.
to the loan.
That's awesome.
Absolutely. Each VA loan comes with what is called a guarantee fee, or excuse me,
Huh.
guarantee fee, and it is a portion of the loan amount. It's depending upon how many times they've used the VA loan.
Okay.
If they've never used one, it's their first time. It's like, and they're putting down, zero funds, which is one of the big benefits of the VA loan. You're
Mhm.
probably looking, and I think it's 2.5, 2.6%, something like that, that they pay up front that can be
Yeah.
financed, or it can be paid in cash.
Okay.
But it can be waived if a certain conditions apply, and that's when you sit down with your loan officer when you
Yeah.
application, and they will help determine if that is applicable for you.
That is awesome. I mean, that's truly beneficial. So, what is so because a lot of people want to use it in the military. What is so special about it? You mentioned a lot about like maybe 0% down. Like, what are the big takeaways for using a VA
Well,
loan?
and that's the big takeaway is it does offer the opportunity for 100% financing.
That's awesome.
So no money down. And obviously you get a good realtor involved on the contract. They
Mhm.
negotiate the seller to pay most of the closing costs. You could come to the table with very little money. So that's the big benefit for that. And that's the main reason folks utilize it. Also, it has a little more liberality in some of the underwriting criteria.
Okay.
Um, FHA conventional loans have a certain time period from which, if you had bankruptcy or a foreclosure, that you cannot obtain a loan.
Mhm.
With VA loans, it's typically about 2 years, whereas the other programs may be 3 years to 7 years. So if there was an unfortunate incident like that, you may be able to qualify more readily with the VA.
Yeah, that is awesome. That is awesome. So, because there seems like a lot of benefits, especially for service members. Where can I apply for a VA loan, or how do I get more information about it?
Well, absolutely. You can certainly contact me, or your realtor may have a person that they've used before and have a good confidence level with. You can talk to
Yeah.
them, or you can talk to your friends and say, hey, who did you use for your VA loan?
Yeah.
Generally, the underwriting guidelines are the same. Each
Okay.
lender may have a higher threshold for their credit score, but generally the underwriting guidelines are the same and the interest rates are pretty much the same. So really where you want to focus on is where you're going to get the best service, the hands-on
Yeah.
service where you're dealing with one person or two at the most throughout the process.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. The service aspect of it is just, it's crucial to it. So is there a reason why I should take advantage of a VA loan?
Well, again, the reason if you are in a position where you just are limited on the cash that you have that you
Hmm.
want to not put in, then that's the way you want to go. Typically, you're going to need to be under a loan amount of 510,000 generally
Yeah.
for that. But that's the main reason. But if you are in a position where you do have some cash that you can put down, depending upon your circumstance, one thing in particular is how long do you plan on being stationed here? If you
Yeah.
plan on being here for 1 or 2 years and you've got money to put down, you may want to investigate another option because you avoid that upfront guarantee fee,
Yes. Yeah.
which is unless you're exempt from it based upon your service history or whatever, then that's non-recoverable, which you
Yeah.
don't have that with a conventional loan.
Yeah.
You would just have a monthly insurance payment rather than something up front.
Okay. That's awesome. So, I mean, since I was a service member and a veteran, can I, get more than one VA loan at a time?
No, you can only have one VA loan at a time,
Okay.
generally, and that is for your primary home. You cannot use
Gotcha.
a VA to purchase a second home or vacation home. It is strictly dedicated to what is considered to be your primary residence.
Gotcha. So yeah, so I couldn't go out and buy a condo and just use it for rental based income.
That's correct. You would go with a conventional loan with that basis.
Gotcha. Okay, I see. So if I am a service member or a veteran like myself, do I have to use a VA loan?
Absolutely not. Again, we
Okay.
said earlier, you have the option of doing an FHA loan,
Yeah.
VA loan, USDA, or conventional, or even a portfolio loan. It depends on your circumstance. So when the military person sits down with a loan consultant, they're
Mhm.
going to ask a lot of questions. They're going to be like Columbo. They're going to ask a lot of questions to find out what your situation is and what is best for you. And between the loan consultant and the service member, the applicant, will
Yeah.
determine which way to go. It may not always be the best way to go VA. It may be a better alternative. So
Okay.
you don't want to just pencil it in and saying we've got to do it this way. There are other options are available, and we just need to see what the circumstances are.
I gotcha. That's Wayne, this is awesome information, especially for this time of year and all these people coming in that may be first time homeowners or maybe people who haven't used their VA loan in like 5 or 6 years.
Right.
They may need to use it again because they're moving back to Pensacola. So
Absolutely.
we really appreciate you taking the time to sit down with
Well,
us and talk to us about this.
well, thank you very much, Neil and Corey, for having me. It's an honor to be included in this venue with you.
Well,
And
thank
I
you.
hope you have a great day and a good weekend, and stay safe and wash your hands.
Well, you as well, Wayne. Thank you very much.
Thanks. All right.
All right. No, I see
They may,
it looks like a picture of a plaque or something, but that's about it.
oh, yeah. That's my LSU.
Oh,
I'm a Georgia guy, but I did banking school at LSU for 3 years.
okay. I see how it is.
Yeah.
You sure you want to put that up there? Like, kind of look like a trader.
Well, I tell you what, we'll do this right here.
We'll just keep going.
Yeah, let me call back in because I don't know what the heck I did. Let me accidentally have pushed two buttons at once. This is your blooper.
That's
All right. I'm gonna
right.
leave the meeting. I'll call back.
Okay. He said, "Here's your blooper."